What's going on, guys? It's your boy, John the Liquidator, coming back with breaking news. So it looked like one of Caitlin Clark, former coaches, weighs in on the current situation that is happening in Indiana. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. No question that Christy Sides is definitely the root to a lot of issues surrounding Caitlin Clark and the performance of this basketball team. A lot of people is wearing their opinions about Caitlin Clark online and Christy Sides' relationship yet again online. And one thing I can tell you guys for sure is that she's definitely back into some hot water. Before we get into Caitlin Clark, former coach Jan Jensen weighing in on the current situation that is happening with Caitlin Clark transition, I want to show you guys a clip of Christy Sides in a press conference yesterday, simply throwing Caitlin under the bus and letting it be known she want her to take more shots, bruh. Let's roll the footage right now.
You had 30 points in each of the last 2 times you've played them. Just what kind of defensive adjustments have you tried to make in game, or what have you tried to do even if it didn't work?
Yeah, I mean, we were switching, we were trying to red her at times, we didn't make her uncomfortable. She was very comfortable. She was hitting tough shots. She's a great player. Juliet's one of the best players in this league to play the game. And she just got hot early, and we didn't do anything. We've got to do some different things to slow her down. That's on me. We missed some early shots in that first quarter. I think we left eight points on the board, with some layups. We ended up scoring 21 points, but we gave up 30. So we get those points, get a couple stops, but that we've just got to match them. They're one of the best teams in the league.
Last 2 on Zoom, Matt and George.
Yeah, hi, Christy. Caitlin tonight made some really excellent passes in some really tight windows, and there were other types of those passes that got picked off by the defense. I guess just how would you evaluate the aggressiveness of her passing tonight? Yeah,
I mean, she's talk about it all the time. That she's a hell of a passer. She sees windows. She sees open teammates before they realize they're open. I think sometimes we just got to be ready. I think she came off a couple times, and we just got to be ready for those passes. We've got to make harder cuts where she sees it. But we also have to know, when some of those passes aren't there, I have all the confidence in the world for her to not just to hold on to it and then make a second action out of it.
George, last one.
George Way from the Just Think Way Sports Podcast. Coach, next game you're hitting that midway point of the season with this group against Phoenix. What's been the thing that's made you most proud of this group? Like you said, because there have been things that the team's had to deal with a lot of expectations that those teams don't.
Showing up, man. They could have gotten really down and just kind of scattered. And I am so proud that they kept showing up. We're getting better. Offensively, we're middle of the pack in the league. We've got to do a much better job against these. I mean, this is who we're trying to be. We're trying to be the Seattles and the Phoenixes and the Vegases. That's who we're aspiring to be. And so we've just got to learn from this game. But just keep getting better. We got to just keep getting better.
Last one around for
Christy, I feel like almost every post-game, Caitlin says something about I need to do a better job hunting my shot. Do you want her to shoot more? Do you feel like she's not taking enough shots? Yeah,
Caitlin Clark needs to shoot at minimum 15 shots a game for us. I mean, she's got to get shots. We've got to do a better job of setting her up and setting some really good screens for her to get her open. The way people guard her, it's tough because she's getting redded. So once the ball's out of her hands, she's setting the rest of our team up for some really great looks. But when we're not able to finish those, we've got to make sure we're going back and trying to get her back to that ball, getting that ball back in her hands at times.
Do you want her to be able to be setting screens for her to come off instead of just ball screens? For her to just come off, shoot, catch? She didn't do that a lot in college. She always had the ball in her hands.
Yeah, I mean, the way teams play her, I mean, if she gets a ball screen, they're just going to do everything to take it out of her hands. They're going to red her. I mean, that's what she's getting every time. She's getting some pretty good looks when she's off the ball, but, we like her on the ball, so we just got to figure out how to manage the two.
It was Christy Sides weighing in on Caitlin Clark taking more shots, and that's totally different from what she said at the beginning part of the season. As of right now, it seems like Caitlin Clark is not adjusting with the new head coach or this team. She's clearly frustrated. She's not looking like herself, and the fans definitely see it as well. Moving on to another story, Caitlin Clark, former coach Jan Jensen, weighs in on the competitive nature of Clark and how Christy Sides could possibly allegedly deal with the winning aspect of Caitlin Clark. With all that being said, let's roll the footage right now.
She can pass it, and she makes you better. If you will meet her and you will not judge it and you'll kind of let it make sense to you why her impatience might come out or why she's acting a certain way, you start to figure out it has nothing to do with her stats, nothing to do with her greatness. It has everything to do that she just wants to freaking win.
Yep.
And she believes that to win, it has to be her way. And it has to be this pass then and this shot now. Does that not sound like Kobe or Michael?
You're right.
I mean, the great ones are like that.
That was Jan Jensen pretty much letting it be known. Caitlin Clark is a great one. Like Michael, like Kobe. She has to win now. Now, we seen Caitlin Clark frustrated in the press conference yesterday, and now by Jan Jensen saying that, it all makes sense to why Caitlin Clark is frustrated. She just simply wants to win. The passes that she makes is to make the team better. Everything she's doing is making the team better. Now, Christy Sides is on record stating that she don't want her passing as much. She want her taking more shots. Whatever the case may be, this has to get figured out. With all that being said, let's check out Caitlin Clark yesterday in a press conference right now.
I don't know, when you're playing out of a ball screen a lot and you get blitzed, you're just going to have to give the ball up. That's just kind of how it rolls. And I don't know. I think I could find ways to get the ball back a little bit, but at the same time, we were still doing some really good things out of the ball screen there, and especially when we cut it to 9 points to start the fourth quarter. But I think we have to find a way to continue to be more consistent and, set new screens and continue to flow a little bit better in offense. And we had been doing a better job of that, but I didn't feel like tonight was our best.
Caitlin,
You could ask some Aaliyah question. Ask Aaliyah a question.
That was the situation that transpired yesterday after that Seattle game. Now, I reported on this earlier this morning. Many people in the comment section is having mixed reviews about this entire situation. I believe Caitlin Clark was frustrated with the reporter, and she was frustrated with her teammate, Aaliyah Boston. I don't give a damn what nobody says. It's clear as day. Body language do not lie. But definitely get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bills on because I'm going to bring you the news. And like always, until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.